and as always, brought to you by Liuna Labor's Local 663. Liuna Labor's Local 663, building Missouri, and reminding us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. We go to Liberty North High School, home of the Eagles, and Coach Andy Lierman. Coach Lierman, thanks so much for your time today.
Absolutely, Guy. Great to visit with you on this Thanksgiving week.
It is outstanding. Anytime you got turkey in the oven and you're still watching game film, it's a good time to be a high school football coach when you're playing this late.
Yes, sir. We were just talking to our kids about that yesterday, just how thankful we are that we have the opportunity and get to practice this week. And so, it's definitely a blessing, the opportunity to keep hanging out with our guys and get a chance to maybe play for a state title game.
Winners of 11 in a row, and we'll go back, talk about that quarterfinal game first last week with Oak Park, 38-7 victory there. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Yeah, so Oak Park's obviously had a tremendous season this year. They were undefeated coming in, and kind of Cinderella story around Kansas City a little bit. Kind of been working to get that program back. Coach Clemens has done a great job over there. They presented some unorthodox type things that they do offensively, especially with some option offense. And so, we had to have a really good prep week last week. You're getting ready for those guys, as we don't see that kind of offense much. And we really did a great job of coming out and executing on both sides of the ball and in the kicking game. I felt like it was one of our better games in all three facets of the game. And so, just real proud of our kids, how they came out and executed. We shut down the option pretty well on Friday night, and offensively we were able to run football really well and take our shots when we needed to. And just really proud of our kids. They just continue to keep at doing what we asked them to do, and it's presenting good results on the scoreboard, so to speak.
Coach, tell us a little bit about what you feel like your team and maybe even individuals are doing really well right now at this point of the season.
Yeah, I'll start with our defense. We take a lot of pride in playing good defense, and each and every year we've got some new kids that kind of step in and do that. And I think our maturity level on all facets of the ball, but really defensively this year we've really grown, and I think that's really kind of why we're playing so well. The kids are maturing and they're growing and they're understanding how our defense works and the fits we want to do and the coverages we want to check to and all those kind of things. And so I think just an understanding defensively is probably our biggest piece in that aspect. Offensively, I think that we're doing some really good things in both the running and the passing game. Our quarterback's a junior, has had a tremendous year in Tillman Martin. He's doing a good job of understanding. Again, we've got some checks offensively that we like to give him, and he does a good job with understanding what we're asking him to do. Our offensive line is really gelling and doing a great job. Coach Llewellyn, our offensive line coach, and Coach Schneider do a great job with those guys, and they're really starting to peak at the right time, we feel like. And, we just got some skilled kids offensively that have been tough for everybody to kind of handle all year long. With Keelan Smith at wide receiver, Ja'Shawn Ross, Jacory Love. We've got Micah Joe, Barnett in the backfield, and then we got a trio of tight ends that do a tremendous job. And so we just thought we got some really good offensive weapons guy that creates some problems for defenses. And so far, so good. We've done a good job of making sure that we get the ball where it needs to go on Friday night. And then the kicking game, we've just been consistent. We've got an incredible special teams coordinator, and he does a great job with our guys. And we've got kids that buy into our special teams each and every year, whether it's a top playmaker and a starter, or it's a great high school football player that's playing his senior year, that's stepping into a role on a kickoff coverage team or whatever it might be. And so, our specialist positions have done a great job with our punters and kickers. And it's just kind of all come together. We feel like we're playing well right now, Guy, in all three facets, and we're excited for Friday.
Again, visiting with Liberty North head football coach Andy Lierman. And Coach, I know we're 13 weeks into the season. Everybody's got bumps and bruises and some sore spots, but outside of those, are you relatively healthy going into the semifinal game?
Yeah, we are relatively healthy. We've kind of been limping along for about 5 weeks or so, where we had some guys that were banged up and couldn't play in different games, and I don't think we had a full group of guys as far as the starting group for about 5 week stretch there on the back end of the season. And so credit to our training staff and the kids who've done everything we've asked them to do to get healthy, and we feel like we're rolling in here about as healthy as we've been in a while.
Now, going into this semifinal, there are a couple of games around the state that are in a similar situation where it's the second time you're going to face someone. Obviously, you get the win at Rockhurst earlier this season, set 35-7. I know Webb City Republic is a rematch as well. What are the dangers of playing a good team that second time? It's awful tough to beat a good team twice in the same season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, your main concern is your high school kids. I mean, as a coach, you understand how hard that is and the challenges that get presented there. But just, we've had several instances this year here, especially in the playoffs, where we've had to play a team for the second time. So our kids are pretty well versed in that logic and that understanding that you're gonna have to do a good job. And honestly, playing Rockers, it seems like we played in week 3. It seems like a whole other season ago, Guy. I mean, we really feel like it was a while ago, and they've improved. Obviously, we've gotten better, and we feel like we have too. And so, it's going to be a great game Friday night. Our kids fully understand, along with their coaching staff, that we don't expect the same Rockers team we saw in week 3, and we're not going to get that. And we fully don't expect a 35-7 win. We know it's going to be a ball game, and it should be. It's a semifinal game in the state Class 6 championships, and we know Coach Donahoe's going to have those guys ready to roll. They want to come get a win, and whether we beat them the first time or not really doesn't matter Friday night. None of that stuff besides Friday night's game matters. And so we're focused on that, and we understand what that's going to take, and we'll be ready to roll.
And Coach, one of the few games that'll be being played on Friday night. Low temperatures are going to be maybe in the mid-20s. Who makes that decision to play that game on Friday night rather than Saturday?
Coach Donahoe and I both kind of visited a little bit, and we just agreed that we like the Friday night routine of playing. And so, our state championship game next week, if whoever wins that's going to be playing at 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. So just trying to kind of keep that routine for our kids. We felt like it was just what was best for our programs, and the opportunity to get to play on Friday night here in Kansas City, kind of the only show in town, should be a fun atmosphere down there in Rockhurst, no matter what the temp is.
And what between now and then, what's your practice schedule like? I know everyone's out of school. It's a holiday season. It's tough, but it's always fun to be playing. At this time, because you're gonna have a lot of friends and family and folks that they're off. They're gonna make their way in. But what's the practice schedule like between now and then?
Yeah, so we're gonna practice this afternoon around 2 o'clock, and try to keep our guys in a regular routine as much as we can. We'll have meetings and things just like school got out, and we're going to rock and roll in the afternoon. Tomorrow morning, obviously, we'll go in the morning so that our kids have an opportunity to spend some time with their families tomorrow. And then we'll come back in on Friday morning and do some meetings and walkthroughs and stuff like that to kind of get ourselves up and out of bed and focused on the task at hand on Friday. So we're trying to keep things as normal as possible, if that's even possible on a week like Thanksgiving week where everything's going on. But again, just talking to our kids a lot about being mature and understanding that yes, your family's important, and yes, Thanksgiving is definitely important, and all those things that go with it. But we also have a pretty big game we've been working for about a year now, trying to get that opportunity to get this win. And so just trying to stay focused without all the distractions around us.
And Coach, with it being Thanksgiving, what does Coach Lierman? What do you cut in line for to make sure you get enough of? What's your go-to dish on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, my mom makes a pretty good little sweet potato dish that we don't get very often. So I'll be excited when she brings that over to the house on Thursday, and that'll definitely be something I'll be trying to get a spoonful or two of. And then she also usually makes some pretty good stuffing. And my wife makes fun of me for liking stuffing and thinking that's a great treat on Thanksgiving Day. But I don't know about your family, Guy, but the only 2 times I ever see stuffing that goes with turkey is on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so I like those 2 dishes. If I can get my hands on those, I definitely will.
Absolutely, I'm a stuffing guy too, and anytime turkey and ham and all that stuff going together, and green oh good heaven, green bean casserole. I'll get it out.
Oh yeah.
But and Coach, lastly here, what does the Lierman family have to be thankful for at this time of year?
Oh man, a ton. Just thankful for the opportunity to be here in this community with these kids and these coaches. And I got 3 healthy kids, a freshman, a 5th grader, and a 2nd grader. A wife that understands what it takes to be a football coach wife and supports me. And then just a great staff here at our school. Our coaches bust their rear end to make sure our kids get every opportunity, not only to win, but just be successful in life, whether it's in the classroom or something they might need. We've got an incredible thing here at Liberty North High School and in our community, and we are just thankful for just the opportunity to be here and to serve our community and to serve our students and our student athletes, and couldn't imagine being anywhere else.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, hey, best of luck. Congratulations on making it this far. Best of luck as you travel over to Rockhurst, and safe travels, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir. You too.
All right. Hey, you're watching and listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. Be safe, be smart, and be here